Welcome back to episode number 8. Now, I realize that the marathon is coming up in about 4 days. Just been a lot of work in the last 3 to 4 weeks. That's why I haven't posted a video until a few days ago. But I want to try and get the 20-mile video, which is going to be this one, and my 13-mile test run video out before the marathon so that it makes sense. So yeah, let's dive right into it and tell you about this 20-mile long run workout. So it's about 20 minutes before my 20-mile run, and I've gone number 2 3 times today. If you're a runner, you know that's not great. Overall, my body's feeling okay. I mean, I think I'm gonna go crush this, but that's just kind of nerve-wracking before my biggest run so far of this prep. Is what it is. I'm just gonna go out and try to block it out of my mind. And if it doesn't work out today, try again tomorrow. It just didn't seem like my run was going to go well. I felt like I was just gonna have to stop every couple miles and use the bathroom. That was kind of my mindset going in. Just to be ready for that and control as much as I could, but obviously I really couldn't control how my body was responding to whatever I had eaten and was just gonna roll with it. Starting off this run by sipping down a mixed berry Go Gel. Let's see how this one tastes. I think I like that one better than the apple cinnamon. Doesn't taste like barbecue sauce. Let's hit it. So the nutrition strategy going into this was gonna be to take a gel about 15 to 20 minutes before stepping off, and then taking a gel every 5-ish miles. So 5, 10, 15. For this one, I just drank electrolytes. For the race, I'm actually planning on using G1M Sport along with the switchback electrolytes just to get 20 more grams of carbs during those later stages of the marathon where bonking is a very real possibility. I just want to avoid that as much as possible. And I know that from ultras that I've done and previous races that I can handle about 60 to 90 grams of carbs as long as it's the right source. And I know that G1M Sport, the Go Gels, and even Spring Energy Gels are really good with my gut. If I did something like that with Goos, I know that my gut would just absolutely tank. So in the past few weeks, my buddy Trevor has been running with me once or twice a week, and he asked if he could join me on my first 8 miles of this run. And he actually graciously offered to ride his bike and film me for the rest of the run. So you'll see that coming up here in a little bit. Right here, we are about 1.5 miles into the run. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty easy. We did go up that big hill though. Moving on to this next clip, we are about 3 to 4 miles in, about to start the first section of 4 miles. So the plan for this 20-mile workout was, so the first 4-mile section went pretty well. It wasn't too hard. It was actually fairly manageable because at this point in training, I had started to feel those fitness gains and started to actually feel pretty strong. Here you can see me at around mile 5, I believe, taking my first gel. Like a pro. And went down pretty smoothly. This is around mile, I want to say 6. And everything seems to be going smoothly, looking like we're just chugging along nicely.
All right, we're finishing up the first 8-mile loop. Trevor's gonna run back home and grab his bike, and I'll meet him for the next 8-mile loop. Feeling all right. Lots of wind though.
Yeah, I remember on that day, it was pretty windy. I think we had like 10 to 15 mile an hour winds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're out there, and especially when you're going up hills and have a headwind coming directly at you, it can drastically affect your times. All right, moving on to this section, we would have been, I want to say, in the 2 miles of rest recovery pace, which I think was about an 8:15 or even 8 minute per mile. Here we're about to go up that nasty hill that's about, I think it's like 50 feet in elevation, which isn't too much, but you can definitely feel it. And I believe during this run I planned it out so that I wouldn't have to attack this hill at marathon pace, because I don't believe Cleveland has any hills that are going to be like this. But it's definitely a good hill to keep in my runs because it gives me a good amount of elevation. You can also see here that I'm wearing the compression shorts and running shorts combo. This is right after the hill. This is probably just after mile 9. Yeah, and I'm chugging along here. At this point, I was feeling pretty good and just moving right along and felt pretty strong. That rhymed. Feels pretty good knowing that I've kept a lot of muscle and I'm getting a lot faster. There's a lot of runners that don't lift and they become injured a lot because all they do is run and they don't prioritize strength training and building muscle, helping them to be more durable. All right, mile 10 here, taking my second gel. This is right beside Giant Eagle and the Get Go gas station.
Almost halfway, boys.
This little section here is always a mind game because you go downhill for a little bit and you can really increase the pace, and then right here is where everything starts to go uphill again. And as you can see here, I for some reason I go on the right side of this sidewalk, and there's these trees right by Panera that I always forget about, and I always run right into, and they slap me in the face. And one time they actually got me in the eye, and it really hurt.
Don't trip on this. That's how it all started.
Just passed over the manhole that I fell on at the beginning of training. Coming up on about mile 11, I think. Just absolutely locked in right here. Feeling good. So this is during the second round of marathon pace miles. I am again running at a 7:20 to 7:30 pace for 3 miles in a row for this one.
All right, that's number 2. Those 3 were well under 7:20. Might need to back off the next 2 sessions of fast miles.
And as you just heard, I ran those well under pace, which I guess is good because it means that I was getting stronger. And I say was because this was like 5 weeks ago. I honestly don't remember everything from this run.
Current time is 4:46. I think we started about 2:50 or 2:55. We're at half marathon right now. So got about 2 miles of easy running, and then we'll head back into 2 miles at marathon pace.
And if I was able to maintain those without seriously overexerting myself, I mean, exerting myself at race pace, it means that I'm getting stronger. But I did want to back off to maintain for the last 8 or 7 miles of the 20 because I knew that after the next couple miles I was going to really start hitting the curve of, I guess, downhill energy, and I didn't want to bonk. Okay, coming up on the trail section, I believe this is mile 14 or 15, about to take the next gel. And this section is tough coming the other way, but this way I planned it so that I'd be going downhill. And this is always an enjoyable section after being in the neighborhoods, just coming through this straight section and going downhill. It always feels like I'm flying. Yep, here, take my next gel. This is about mile 15, and it looks like I'm on...
Right on schedule, 15 miles.
Right on schedule, as I said. It looks like I'm in a recovery break here, so I wasn't in marathon paced miles, which is good because this spot's sometimes has a little bit of traffic, and I know that Trevor had to dodge some traffic while I was running. He's doing all the work. I'm just running. So this is coming up Parkway, which is close to my house, and this section is pretty uphill. This is about mile 16, I want to say. I'm turning right onto my street, going to fill up my water bottle really quickly and then hit the last 4 miles, I believe.
All right, that one's complete. I thought I had 2 miles rest, only had 1, so I had to start out of nowhere, but 1 mile easy. I'm gonna stop at home real quick, fill this bad boy up, and finish out the last 4 miles. Almost to mile 17, where I'm gonna start 2 more miles at 7:20, 7:30 pace. Then we'll have one more mile of cool down. That'll be it. This went by fairly quickly, especially with Trevor by my side. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it.
With these really big long run workouts, you're only focused on the section that you're in and making sure you hit the paces. And especially when you're trying to run faster, it goes by quicker.
Here we go.
All right, starting out this last section of 2 miles, which would be miles 18 and 19. So at around mile 15 or 16, I was feeling really good, and I knew that I had the workout in the bag.
It's very windy on this section. That's 18. 1 more at this pace. I'm feeling it, boys.
Now, I don't quite remember what the temperature was like on this day. I think it was like mid 60s. So it was pretty warm, and the sun was beating down the entire time. So I think it simulated what the race conditions will be like during the race, because right now the forecast is calling for like partly cloudy and mid 60s. I think by the end of the race it'll be high 60s, which is not as bad as the Canton Marathon in 2022, which I absolutely just died.
Oh my God, that was so hot. It was so hot.
But it's gonna be warm, so I need to be ready for that, and this run kind of prepared me for that.
All right. 1 mile left. Oh, I'll see you at home. Let's go, 20 miles. Woo! Can't end it though until I get to the finish line. Oh yeah. All right. That was good. No further comments. Back to me in the hot seat.
I guess I'm in the hot seat. All right, so that was 20 miles. Overall, felt very strong. Toward the end, obviously, it was getting more and more tough because that's how it goes and that's how it's supposed to be. Thanks for coming along with me for this 20-mile run workout. Hope you enjoyed it. Not much else to say. Race is coming up in about 3 or 4 days, and hope you like this video. Hit the thumbs up and all that stuff if you want to see more. 1 or 2 more videos coming out very quickly before the race, and Sunday's the big day, so let's get it.
Hey, real quick, I forgot to mention the Team World Vision donations for the Chicago Marathon in the fall. If you want to donate, click the link below. If you want to donate $1, $5, $10, $50, $1,000, whatever you want to donate, everything helps. And I thank you in advance for helping me to raise the money toward an amazing cause. Again, we're all runners, and we know how important hydration is, and we often take it for granted. So if you could hit that link below and donate anything, I'd greatly appreciate it.